You probably want to escape public servers, but... Or maybe you want praise.
Ladies.
Or both. But either way, public distractors aren't cutting it for you, and I'm here to tell you to get into that job yourself. Other tutorials will just tell you what all the mains do and throw you out there with no experience at all. And while it is important to know those things, what I see most new distractors die to is lack of mobility and awareness. These are the true key factors to distracting in Dandy's world. You can always just go on some wiki for twisted and tune abilities. What you need to know is here. One of the biggest parts of having awareness in Dandy's world is sound. It might sound like common sense, but you'd be very surprised to know that a lot of people actually don't play Dandy's world with sound. I'm not going to tell you what to do on your device, but cues such as people getting hurt, twisted footsteps, and many others can help aid with your gameplay a lot more than you might think. One of the more important ones being... I'll give you an example on how even someone like me uses sound. One of the cues was, of course, Shrimpo seeing me, but if we go back, we can listen a little harder at the end. Someone's been hurt, so I grabbed Shrimpo as well as Louie since they're already close by me, and I go loop around to grab Tisha. And the reason I rushed to grab Tisha instead of Finn and Poppy, who were still both very close, is because I know that since someone's been hurt, they're probably most likely in chase, and I want to go ahead and end the chase before any more harm is done. On top of that, most of my team doesn't have much mobility, so that's even more reason for me to focus Tisha. The fault was still on me, however, since when we left the elevator and V used their ability, I didn't use it to its fullest because I only looked to my left since that's where I saw most of the twisteds. That leads us into our next topic, sight. Sight is fairly simple. All you want to look at is both the twisted you currently have, but most importantly, where you're going. You want to be more attentive, especially in blackouts. You can use the sound cues mentioned earlier, but still be mindful of obstructions such as props, acrylic puddles, or stationary twisteds. Those were just some quick basics on how to really get into the feel of distracting. Now we can move on to why you're actually here. The reason I encourage people to distract so much is because we just need more good distractors in public lobbies. If you've been in a public lobby, then you know it's a rare chance that you'll get a good one. And honestly, it's because distracting takes a lot of patience that most people don't have, and I don't blame them, especially when it comes to griefers. Nobody likes griefers in their lobbies, and I see a lot of distractors go out of their way to even try and kill them. And while it is justified, I personally like the idea of playing it safe. When you're distracting, you need to keep in mind that your job is still to keep the lobby safe from the twisteds. If there's conflict in your Dandy's World run, I promise you it's going to sell your game. People are going to go out of their way to just kill everyone, and it's just going to get really chaotic, and what you need to try to do is just keep control of the twisteds. As long as you have the twisteds, no one can harm anyone. It's simple as that. Just keep control of the twisteds and your runs will go by a lot smoother. If someone tries to take the twisteds, just take them back and ignore them. Keep in mind there's still options for crowd control such as Pebble's Bark and Air Horn. And even if you're not being actively griefed, you're still going to have to face the truth that people are just going to get in your way for whatever reason, and you should still know how to maneuver near these people. One of the best things you can do when you're distracting as Dandy's World is research and either know the stealth of the people you're playing with or at least have a good estimate, because you want to know who you need to spend effort on and who you don't. I've been solo distracting on Dandy's World for about a year now, and all I can tell you is that it's going to put you to the test, especially in public servers. I've gotten mad, I've gotten sad, and I know that might sound stupid, but it is really frustrating when you're trying to do stuff and people just get in your way. And as much as I want to lash out at people, you need to keep in mind that it's a kid's game. It's Roblox, and there's gonna be kids. And those kids won't always know what to do. They might just play Dandy's World for the looks, and that's okay. They're welcome. It's a game for all ages, and you just have to be patient with them. I see so many people online get mad at public servers, and I'm not like trying to shame them or anything. I totally get the frustration, but you have to keep in mind that these people won't even know what their tune does half the time. So just give distraction a chance. I promise you'll make so many lives easier, and you'll build that patience as time goes on, I promise you. Not only that, but you'll build the skill as well. I literally can just scroll on my phone now because I've been distracting for so long when I go in circles like this, and it's really not that bad. There's so many acronyms and terms that make it out to be harder than it really is. It's really just running in circles if you think about it. See, like here, as long as you know how your tune works and what you're doing, it's really, really easy. And you don't even have to solo distract. You can always grab a friend or find someone else and just learn how to distract together. It makes your life a lot easier as well, and you'll really get the hang of it. This video was pretty rushed, and I didn't really feel like adding more, even though I wanted to add more. So if you have any questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Just let me know. I'll also be just sticking with Dandy's World content for the time being, since the game and the community's been kind of growing on me. It's really nice. So with that being said, give distracting a try. I'll link some better tutorials in the description for anyone that might want them, but I'm counting on you. We need more distractors. Please.